Good evening, everybody. My name is Dexter Lloyd, BSc Agriculture student of the University of the West Indies, St. Augustine. I am just going to do a presentation today that will highlight the stem and borer effects on sweet potato crop. It would deal with a specific area, that is Laslomus number 3, in particular Soraya branch trace, that is one field location, and another one at Passad Street, south of Arima within the Laslomus area. The presentation outline would focus on two major insects affecting sweet potato production: the importance of sweet potato crop in the region, the significance of the pests, and the symptoms associated with the diagnosis. For my introduction, I would focus on the production of the sweet potato, which is a favorite staple of many cultures and is a favored ingredient in Caribbean cuisines. The varieties used within the particular production system which I mentioned are the chicken foot, the sirloin, and Uncle Ben's #1 flesh, purple flesh. The pest affecting production focuses on the stem borer and the slug. The methods of pest control are with the use of insecticide treatments. For the host crop and its importance in the region, one aspect deals with the sweet potato being a contributor to food security. That is to say that due to the morphology of the plant, there's a tendency for it to be very responsive to foliar fertilizers such as biostimulants, which result in the formation of multiple tubers which emanate from the sweet potato slip as it develops. Due to this feature, the production output therefore could be maximized. It is considered as a year-round crop, which doesn't necessarily have to grow within any particular season within the region, that being dry season or rainy season. It offers a degree of resilience to weather conditions such as mild drought. It is fairly easy to grow and is very vigorous in moist conditions. It also offers climate resilience. This means that even though they can withstand drought conditions, there are varieties such as the sirloin, which was developed by Cardi. And it is said that this particular variety is adaptable to the variation in weather conditions, that is being wet or dry. The significance of the pests disease in relation to the slug, the yield output could be affected. This is because the slug is known to be very invasive and it affects your production output. As a result of the amount that would exist in the field, it means that the pest damage would result in extensive loss of the vegetative part of the particular cultivar, which in turn would contribute to the reduction in the leaf area, which causes photosynthetic capacity of the plant to be reduced, and therefore a substantial loss in the growth and development of the plant would result eventually. With regards to the stem borer significance of the pest, it is known that unmarketable tubers could result due to the infestation of the stem borers. That means to say the tubers would have scars, deep lesions within the actual tuber as a result of the development of the larvae which enters the stem of the plant and eventually goes down to the actual tuber which it feeds, and therefore it would devastate the internal parts of the sweet potato tuber itself, which in turn would be very unsightly, and generally it would not give very much aesthetic appeal to the tuber itself. The stem of the plant, however, that is directly above the ground will show holes within and gaps within the tube. That would mean that the borer is present within the plant itself, and therefore the farmer now would be able to make a decisive decision as to what mitigation measures would have to be employed to control such. It therefore means that either an integrated pest management approach could be adopted, or the use of chemical treatments in order to suppress or control the incidence of the stem borer and likewise the slug. The symptoms assisted in diagnosis, however, which show the sighting of the pest, that is the stem borer, on the actual stem of the sweet potato plant as it develops over a period of time. Leaf holes and discoloration on the leaves and the presence of the actual slug will indicate that you actually have infestation of the slug, and therefore a decision would have to be made with regards to using proper control in order to prevent the further destruction of the plant. The presence of the pest on the leaves would also be significant, which would be a sign of the extent of devastation of the crop as a result of not employing proper field sanitation and control measures that would lead to the control or elimination of the slug problem. This is the end of the presentation. I hope it would be very informative and enlightening to the general student population and the existing farmers who propagate the sweet potato crop. I thank you very much for your time.